Well, hi, welcome back to the channel and our truck show round here in the fantastic Garraf Desert in southern Spain. Now we'll take a walk around the truck in a moment, but let's start with the base vehicle, which is an MAN TGM 18 tonne, 280 brake horsepower. It's a 2008 model, 4x4, low ratio and diff locks. So first thing you probably notice about the cab is the bars. We have these bars specifically made for this vehicle. Obviously a little ladder on the side to gain access onto the platform, and then at the front we've got a lighting bar as well. It's got a 6.7 turbo diesel engine and does about 10 miles to the gallon. The cab is a fairly basic unit in fairness. We've got an 8-speed manual gearbox plus a crawler and obviously the low ratio to go with that as well. We have actually cut a hole in the back of the cab, obviously for access backwards and forwards into the habitation unit. We've put a little tray in the middle here as well, just to keep all our bits and pieces, and that is pretty much it. So the box itself is actually 5.8 meters long. The overall height of the vehicle is 3.65 meters and it's 2.5 meters wide. We've got a 600 litre fuel tank on here. I should have said actually we've got 100mm panels as well and 170mm insulation in the floor. The service area is here, so this is the sort of the workings, all the plumbing if you like. We've got a hot water tank, so we have a 40 litre hot water tank here. So within this tank we've got an immersion heater as well. It's a 1000 watt element, so we can just flick a switch and that will give us hot water as well as the diesel Eberspacher. Now I haven't done it yet, but basically we've got the ability to tap in off the vehicle as well, so when the vehicle's running, basically that'll heat our hot water and the heating circuit as well. Now we've got a pre-tank water filtration system, so you can see it from Famous Water. We've got a couple of ceramic filters in there, we've got the capacity, we've got a couple of pumps, and we've got the ability to basically suck water up from surface water, so a lake or a reservoir for example. Another little pump in here. Both pumps are from Marco. The geared pumps are really excellent. We rate them highly. And obviously the water gets pumped into the tank and then obviously comes back through the system, and obviously we've got expansion tanks and so on, various manifolds. We've got a diesel air heater in here as well. We'll come on to heating in a moment, because we've actually got a wet central heating system. So we've basically got wet underfloor heating. We've got a series of radiators within the build as well, and we've got the ability to shut off the basically we've got a winter loop and a summer loop. So if we want to turn off the underfloor heating or turn off the radiators, then we can do that. So that is it. We've also got the ability to put water directly into the tank if we want to. Just over here, this is our Eberspacher. So we have a 5 kilowatt diesel hydronic heater, and that's just here with a few other bits and pieces in there. And then in the back here we've got all our Victron gear, so we've got a good sized garage here as well, and you'll see the bed is directly above us right now, so it's Victron throughout. So on the right hand side we've got a 110 transformer, we've got a 5000 watt inverter, okay, and then we've also got MPPTs, a buck boost and a few other bits and pieces on the far side, and we'll open up the far side in a moment so you can see that. We have an external shower which is just here, so we have an external shower there for when you come off the beach and so on. Obviously lots of storage. We've got our power in here, and this is 230, this is 110 for when we go to America. Lots of storage throughout, so obviously pretty big tool bins here, one there, and then obviously more on the other side as well. We've got a bike rack here, so the motorcycle rack and the spare wheel carrier I'll actually do in a separate video, because you'll see it'll take a little bit of time, and obviously it needs a bit of explanation, so I'll cover that in a separate video. The rear bumper actually lifts up as well. Now we've actually gone with the rail-on-rail subframe for this particular build. Now it's been built specifically for this vehicle. It's been galvanized. We're really happy with it. And the reason we've gone with that, actually, we have actually had a 4-point independent subframe in the past, but we just wanted the stability on this particular build, and it's actually working out really well. Now within the subframe as well and the chassis, there is a 200-litre waste tank, and we've also got a tire inflation system with the truck as well. So walk around this side of the vehicle, we'll go dive straight into the garage again. So you can see this side, so we've got good sized garage doors. Now what we have, we've got a grill here, because if I show you this, this is our outdoor cooking space, and we have a really lovely little facility, somewhere to put your beer or your glass of wine. We've got a grill here. We're just about to change the grill because we're not happy with it, but that's by the by. So really easy to put away. It's actually a gas grill. We like cooking on gas. We have a 30-litre underslung gas tank as well, and that combined with the induction on the inside gives us about a year's worth of cooking, which is great. Everything else is diesel, so diesel hot water and diesel heating. Inside, we've mentioned Victron already, so we've got 3 big batteries here. So it's a 24-volt system, so it's 3 batteries, each at 24 volts, sorry, each at 200 amp hours, which gives us obviously 600 amp hours at 24 volts. So bags and bags of power. We've got 2025 watts of solar on the roof, so pretty much floods the roof, except one roof light and the Starlink, which we'll touch on once we get inside. So one of the other things I should mention as well is we've actually got an air conditioning unit in the garage space as well. We didn't want the height on the roof, so 3.65 meters. We're really happy with that. What we didn't want to do then is increase that by another sort of 200 mil thereabouts. So that's the reason for that. Moving along, lots of storage space throughout. So this space here is actually just kept for, you can see just down here we've got these pieces of wood, and we've got some sort of plastic items as well that we can sort of slide on there just to get us level, and they live in there. 3 pretty good tool bins here. So as you can see, we've got lots of tools in here, more tools and spares in there as well. The tires, of course, how could I forget the tires? So the tires are Continental HCS 140020s, so a pretty chunky tire. We used to run Michelin's in the past, and then Continentals. We've tried various tires, but really happy with these. I definitely recommend them. In here we've got our paddle boards, we've got wetsuits, lots of gear basically for the outdoors. And then we've got our platform. So the platform itself is fairly simple in that it actually retracts into the subframe, if you like, that the box sits on. So basically we've got a step that falls in here, and then that basically just slides in. We've got a little emergency sort of access, if you like. If you know, trying to get the platform out where it's tight, then you can always gain access if necessary. A few of the little features we've got like a light here to illuminate the space. We've got a good grab handle on here, and then obviously we've got the habitation door, and all the doors and all the windows and the garage doors, everything is from outbound windows, and we're really happy with them. We have had them before. They're a quality product, not the most expensive, not the most cheapest on the market, but we think they're worth the money. Right, I think it's time to look inside.
Welcome to our tiny home. So inside, where to start? So we'll start from the ground up. Under here is our 550 litre fresh water tank, which takes up most of this space to the side of this seat. And as you saw outside, under that seat is all the service area outside and some storage. The whole of the underbench of this seat is a massive storage area. It's full of food at the moment, so I'm not going to show it to you because you'll realise that we've got a crisp habit. But that's a huge space and really, really good to have. We decided to keep the cupboards deliberately small above because we didn't want to crowd the space. You can get plenty in them. They're all soft close, which is just lovely. Except that one's not going to close. And we put an inbuilt speaker in here as well, which we can connect to our television or to our music, because sometimes it can be quite hard to hear the television if you've got rain or wind outside. All of our windows, as Phil mentioned, are outbound. They all have these brilliant blackout blinds, and when they're closed, you can't see anything from outside, and you can't see anything from inside. And then they all have a fly screen as well. And the blackout blind actually works as a really good insulator, so you can have it sort of half down like this and just let a trickle of air in. So they are good windows, we really like those. This is our table, so this is how we have it set up when we're working, so that we can be quite close to I like to be quite close to the surface I'm working on. But it does actually, we can just undo it around here, and I'll show you, it just spins round. And that's how we have it in the evening, so we've got plenty of room to lie up, stretch out, have a film night. And the table is the same material that the cupboards are made of. Kitchen area, so we have a little bit of storage under the sink. Storage for bowls, we decided to go with crockery this time, we were fed up of eating from plastic. A real indulgence is our washing machine, which has already proved itself to be worth its weight in gold. It was a bit of a challenge getting it in and making sure it doesn't move around too much, but we're really pleased with that. We have a Thetford hob that is multi-fuel, so there's one induction ring and 2 gas rings. I have to say the induction ring is super fast. I mean, it boils a kettle like that, but it means we've got versatility, so if the weather's rubbish we can just use the gas. And then we've got a gas grill, an oven there too. More overhead storage, that's the biscuit locker. Our lovely Silwy glasses, which are magnetic and seem to be doing the trick so far. And over this side, we have, similar to what we had in the last truck, quite a cunning television arrangement, so we could just pull that out and watch. It does come further, I won't take it any further for now. And then that just is on locking. It just locks back into place, so there's no risk that that's ever going to come out and go anywhere. More storage here, food storage, so this is the larder. Really good deep drawers, which are what we specified, so that we could fit Weetabix in them. And then at the bottom here, pull-out bin, 2 sections for recycling, and the all-important wine storage down the side there. Another, maybe an indulgence, is the fridge, which is a Vitrifrigo, 250 Slim it's called, and it's absolutely huge inside, loads of storage space, and it's got an enormous pull-out freezer, obviously full, and what we really like about it is it's got a night mode, and it's very, very quiet at night. We're really pleased about that. What else are we talking about? What else? Yeah, we've got a water filter on this tap for drinking water, as well as all the filters that you saw earlier in the service area. We've got our Victron, our Serbo touchscreen here. LEDs, so we have a variety of LEDs that we put in, so work task sort of lights, which are a bit brighter, and then softer evening lights. Shower. So this is lovely to have our own shower, like that's not shared with the toilet, or where you have to stand on the toilet to have a shower. And we always wanted a window. We didn't have a window in our last truck in the shower, and we hated that, so that was something that we put in. And this is a Perspex shower door that's designed for this type of vehicle. This is the bathroom. Phil, I'll let you go and film. So we have our separate tiny again, which we absolutely love. You can find out all about that on our videos about it. It's so good, we bought it twice. So we had it in our last truck and we bought it for this truck as well. And then you can go through to the bedroom. We have a pull-out step here just to get into the bed. There's some shoe storage in there. Just as well, we don't need that many shoes.
The bedroom in particular is heavily air conditioned. We've got a window and obviously a roof light for that crossflow ventilation. We've got some storage under the window. and we've got a Sirocco fan.
And actually right under where Phil is standing at the moment, between the shower and the toilet cubicle, is a 200 litre underslung waste tank that's fitted into the chassis. Have I mentioned everything, Phil?
I think so. So a mix of 12 volt and 230. So
Yes.
we have a 230 permanent system here,
We
which
do.
is great.
But the things like the fridge and the lights, they're all on 12 volts, so there's a stepper in the boot to step that down.
Yeah.
And actually one of the things that we did do up here is convert the Starlink to a 12 volt system using a power over Ethernet adapter. But I would say it's not without its challenges, and we'll be covering that in a separate video. So yeah, that's our house.
Guys, thanks for joining us on this Trucks Around. That's it for this week. And if you followed the build series, you'll be pleased to know this is the last video in the build series. We're
back to travelling.
Going to resume our travels. And if you liked the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and we'll see you next time round.
Take care, guys.
Bye for now.